Spiritual elitism. The simplest way to say that is the belief that you're better than someone else because of your spiritual belief system. We have so many ways that we've talked about this. People feeling holier than thou, the way they condescend to each other, and religion has definitely been a hotbed for spiritual elitism, but all of it is, for the most part. The way people look down at you if you don't know your horoscope or haven't understood what chakras are, the way people talk about an unconscious society and what it means to be more conscious than others, it's still spiritual elitism. Spiritual elitism is nothing but an ego game. That's it. That's all it is. It's not anything else. It's not anything more spectacular or interesting than that. And it's a real trap. And what I'm here to talk about is how to get out of it. Welcome, my friends. I'm Jim Tolles. I've been offering people support out of suffering since 2010. You can find a lot more about me at spiritualawakeningprocess.com. And of course, I have plenty of YouTube videos, and I encourage you to share them. But just one person. Just share with one person. Don't broadcast to tons of people. Just one person with a message around why a video matters to you. The topic of spiritual elitism really just starts with looking at your own structure inside. It's the structure of worth, of hierarchy. Turning inside to look at those structures inside and how you evaluate yourself as better or lesser than other people. Other people are as better or lesser. It goes on all the time, not just in spirituality, but in many different things. The ego is always evaluating things. What do I move towards? What do I move away from? And it's always based on the same four motives of getting what you want, keeping what you want, getting rid of what you don't want, and avoiding what you don't want. And underneath all that, of course, is your rubric of what you like, what you don't like, what you think is preferable, what you don't think is preferable. And that's part of this work that we do, my friends, is we're going to go find all those different, deeper assumptions that are driven by feelings, not beliefs. Beliefs are built on feelings, trust me. We're not thinking animals. We're feeling and sensory animals, and we define so much of our actions and our preferences based off of those feelings and sensations that got set up primarily in childhood. And then deeper still, there is biological content that we get into in terms of releasing attachments. I'm often talking about just the ego structure because that's where we have to start. But there's a lot of deep biological attachments that are driving us towards actions that may or may not be in our actual benefit. And actual benefit actually gets very simple once you've stripped everything away. It really is about how you thrive as a human. Most people think they know what that is, but you don't. It's been so distorted by Western values, very much the idea of valuation, which leads us back into the elitism thing, right? That something is better or something is worse, but it's not based on helping you to thrive. It really is based off of maintaining certain social orders. And elitism is about being at the top of the social order. And it's kind of funny how it can show up too. Oftentimes when people feel both devalued by their society, and that may be true, as well as devalued by themselves, fantasizing about being better than somebody else, being more conscious than somebody else, being more awakened than somebody else is seductive. Fantasies are always seductive because they require you to do nothing, to change nothing. I'm talking to you about transformation. If you can't transform out of old unconscious patterns, you are not realizing that you're spiritually free. You're playing a mind game. And that is a big part of spiritual elitism. Just believe beliefs, and that's enough. And that's always going to attract more people in this modern society than those of you who are more serious, who want a spiritual teacher such as myself who can show you the way and to walk out of it and to go through the difficulty of transformation, because you're transforming your mind, your heart, and your body. Your nervous system, your neurological patterning is your ego. Your emotions is your ego, and they're all in loops. They're like raceways, it's going round and around that you repave every day, every time you get back in that car and put your attention into believing the same stuff you've always believed. And since there's a middle lane for I'm special and better than everybody else in most people's racetrack, and that is absolutely true of the people who think they're the most worthless, they tend to have that flip side, the shadow side, that wants to feel the most special. And then they are the easiest for cult leaders. Let's talk about that just briefly. It's like, that is nothing but we are more special. We're so much more special that we're going to form this community that shuts out everybody, makes everybody do weird, strange crap that has nothing to do with freedom. That's very different than a healthy community. A healthy community can decide to go off and live in the mountains and support and uplift each other, not because they're better, but because they want to have that space where they create a container of safety and trust and to grow together. And people who do that, it's like it's going to grow, it's going to have challenges, it's going to have its ups and downs. But it's not about just being brainwashed, doing the thing that you're so much better than. And it's always David Koresh that comes to my mind. In 1990s, Waco, Texas, was a cult leader, and I think they burned the whole thing down. I mean, insanity stuff that elitism on its most extreme will take people towards, of like these crazy sacrifices and whatnot that go into the we're better, we're more special. Or if you want to be special like this, you have to do this really crazy thing. All elitism. The special issue is underpinned by massive social and individual self-worth problems. The way we value or devalue or dehumanize people and ourselves. At the larger social level, as people are getting more scared around the world and authoritarianism rises, it thrives on, hey, we're the special group. We're the special, be part of the special group. And all these other people, we're going to dehumanize them, which allows us to do atrocity. We've seen it so many times before. The same playbook is happening now. And I bring this up because this is surrender, my friends. This is surrender. It's like whatever is happening now is happening now. And the special dissociative ego that wants to escape into fantasies like, look, we're all waking up together. It's like we absolutely are not. You can go back to Carl Jung about 100 years ago. He's talking about the need for an awakening, the creation of a new spiritual epoch. And it has not happened because you can't fantasize. The specialness, the elitism, it's all a big fantasy. It's a joke. And all it does is cause more suffering. The very opposite of what I'm talking to you about. Surrender to what's here. Surrender to the way that you devalue yourself or others. And to see that in yourself. And there's definitely some people who wallow in the, oh, I'm worthless thing. Because wallowing kind of ends up having its own specialness. Like, look, poor me. It's like it's so unique to me to feel this. Unfortunately not. We've made a lot of people feel terrible by taking away their community, taking away all the access to the physically healthy things you need. Fresh air, clean water, good nutrition, activity, rest, community. All of that stuff's going to make people feel really bad. And then we normalize it and say, eating a hamburger and french fries is fine. The fact that you're eating no fiber or no vegetables, that's fine. It's your choice. It's not your choice. It's making your body feel miserable. And it's one aspect of the system that can be created called the self-worth issue. And the more upset and more distorted everything is, the more the drive and the desire for specialness grows, and the spiritual elitists that are saying, we're more awakened than everybody, we're more holier than thou. It's like you just have to follow my religion or my tradition to be saved, to be okay. That grows because it seems simple. Give me a simple answer out of this mess. Because I don't even want to look at the mess inside myself, much around myself. And that is making it more dangerous in these times. It's more dangerous as people want to grab onto one idea and hold on to it as the cure-all for everything. And I have no idea how this is going to shake out. It hasn't shaken out well in the past. This becomes a time where it's intoxicating to find a belief system that seems to fill the need and create the sense of specialness, and that can explode like a cancer. It's not going to be surrender. It's going to be something that requires very little of you to change while you feel like you get as much as you want. And everybody else, they're lesser. They're no good. Surrender brings us to the ground. Doing inner work humbles us. We become truly of service, not the false humility, false service of saying, hey, I'm a good person, which therefore I'm better than you because I'm being of service. No, it's not that. It's understanding that we're all human. We're all the same. We're all interconnected. What happens to each other matters because it impacts me, but also because I care, and it's not just about me, that I want to see you have a better life. And that's why I do videos. And I do the blogs at spiritualawakeningprocess.com. And I've answered tens of thousands of emails and messages for free. And I do have my paid one-on-one work and my community work to help support me so I can do what I do and offer as much as I do for free. There's a profound amount of service I offer here because I know what it's like to have been trapped and I know what it's like to be free, and I want you to be free. And you can realize this for yourself. But it's going to take work. You won't be better than anyone. But you will be at peace with yourself.